Hey everyone, this is Marcel, and today I wanted to show you a great little website, social network called Empire Avenue. Now, if you're not already on this yet, it's something you may want to consider if you're looking to really expand and grow your online city and your online connections. So it's at empireavenue.com. This is my profile / Dreamosity. That's me there. And what it is basically a social network, a social stock network where you can buy and trade your friends. And the value here is when you build up your reputation and your share price, you can actually then do an ethical bribe with people where you get them to come tweet, share, pin, comment, and get them to your content, right? A lot of social media managers or marketers get tired of sending the same traffic, the same content to the same traffic, basically on your Facebook group or whatnot. And you really want to expand and grow beyond that sometimes. So if you're looking to expand and you're sick of getting 2 tweets or 3 likes or 5 video views, you may definitely want to start a campaign using what I call missions, or what Empire Avenue calls missions. And actually my friend Chris Record showed me these, so I'm grateful to him for that in terms of moving traffic around the interweb. So basically I'm going to show you a couple things. So you can see here other people are doing missions. This guy's basically saying, hey, give me clout, in internet startups for 1,500 eaves. The eaves are basically like dollars, but they're internet dollars. And so, 3,000 eaves to like my fan page, 2,000 to buy some of me. So he's basically saying, I'll give you $2,000, invest that back in me, so that's going to help his score. 1,500 for a quick retweet. $3,000 to connect, or eaves to connect on Pinterest, right? So that's what I might actually do because I love Pinterest. But I could go in, I could, complete the mission. Let's see, click here to complete mission. So I don't know if I'm logged into Pinterest right now. I am. Good. So there we go. I just did it. Super easy. That's how you already completed. I just got $3,000 up here. So there you just saw first mission. Some of them are really simple. I wanted to show you a few of my missions and what's worked and what hasn't worked. Real quick, you see some of my missions down here. This is probably my worst one that I did because I only did 500 eaves. Nobody really likes 500 eaves, I'm figuring out. They like, 2,000, 5,000. This one I just did, and it went through all of them. Meaning I offered this to 20 people for $3,000, and they all did it, right? So that was 2 days ago. So I'm going to actually go ahead and archive that so I can do more. And then this one went through all of it as well. I wanted to show you my skydiving one because that's my favorite one to date, just because the response I got was really fabulous in terms of all the comments. On one of my websites, I wanted to basically grow the amount of comments I'm getting versus just likes and tweets and all that stuff. So hey, go to my site, leave me a comment, tell me your story, right? Please like it and pin it to you want to know. So I'm basically saying my ethical bribe is for 1,500 eaves to go to my website and leave me a comment. That's kind of a good trade, right? Because that's going to grow your virtual bank account here on the virtual stock market. So it's pretty neat. So basically when they go there, I'm sending them just straight to my website. And they may or may not have been here before, but now they're like, okay, so this girl's got something going on. She's doing video, she's got a couple pictures, and this was all about skydiving. So I'm basically saying, hey, go look at my pictures. Unfortunately, I uploaded them, they're a little too small. My mom taught me about this, when I was young. She was a semi, not necessarily professional, but it was one of her hobbies. That's her right there. And I just kind of wanted to, put this out there in the universe and see who would bite, who would respond, who had a story that I could connect with, right? So I hit my goal. I got, 19 comments, 8 pins. It's not always 100% of what you ask for, but it's really easy to create a mission, you guys. Put a title, tell them what you want them to do, visit a URL or go to YouTube. Leave 2 to 3 sentences about what it's going to do. Tell them how much you're going to pay them. Now you can pick anywhere from 500 to 50,000 eaves. I recommend at least 1,000. You can, give this to 10 people or give this to 100 people. Give it to 500 if you want. And you can target who you allow to do this. Maybe you don't want anybody on the internet, you want a specific community. So you can let that, put that out there if you're not just wanting people in some country that you've never heard of to go there. You can actually get people for your local communities to go as well. I'll show you that there's different communities you can be in here. So maybe you want people in Seattle to go or something. And you can also pay to send this as a shareholder email, which sends it to all your current investors or shareholders. So it's pretty cool. Test around with it. Go see what other people are doing. It's a great way when you don't want to keep bothering your current network to go like stuff, especially if you're like me and you've got, a dozen clients you're working with and you're helping grow their brand. I can't ask, my personal network every day to go do something for me, right? You got to kind of build up, you got to add enough value before you can really do that. But this is kind of a short workaround here on Empire Avenue Missions where you can get people to go do things for you. So I definitely say check it out. Another cool element here, if you want to see who's doing it really well, look at the leaderboard. You can see some of your top Facebook friends and your top Twitter friends and see what they're doing, how they're doing, and it's pretty awesome. So definitely check it out, poke around, YouTube other videos to learn about Empire Avenue. But there's your quick little tour on Empire Avenue Missions. I hope it was helpful.